This is the framework that we have signed 2 days ago, is the same framework that we agreed on in December 23, which is basically 13 months of a waste of negotiating details that has no meaning and doesn't worth any single life that we lost in Gaza, or any single life of those hostages that lost their life because of the bombing, because they are among everyone else.
Israel's security cabinet finally signed off on the deal after delays following internal squabbling. Qatar's Prime Minister says all involved must seize this opportunity for peace.
Welcome back to the channel. We have a few clips here talking about the ceasefire deal. It's pretty informative, and I suggest that you check it out till the end. And we have some information on all the wars happening in the Middle East and why. That's pretty interesting. Also, I have a shop, Eternity of Light. We have Jesus shirts. I'm trying to make new designs all the time. It's taking a little while because I'm trying to make quality designs. Check it out. Links in the description.
Netanyahu has a different idea. His idea is we captured the Palestinian lands in 1967 and we're never going to give them back. So we're just going to rule over the Palestinians. He says we're going to keep the land. There will be resistance. Hamas, Hezbollah, other militant resistance. What will we do about it? You can't really fight the terrorists, he says. You have to fight the states that back the terrorists.
And Iran is the central one in his mind.
But interestingly for Netanyahu, he lays out one by one. Yes, of course, Iran is the central one in his mind, but so too is Iraq under Saddam. He supported Hamas. Right. So too is Bashar al-Assad in Syria. Iran, Iraq, Lebanon, Syria, Somalia, Sudan, and Libya. And you know what the plan was? 7 wars in 5 years. The U.S. using Israel? No. This is Israel using the U.S. as if our military is in their hands, which in effect it is. You take Wolfowitz and you take Feith and you take these neocons and you take Netanyahu. They game planned the whole thing out. Well, I regard Netanyahu as having been our greatest disastrous president of the 21st century because he ran American foreign policy for 20 years and he cost us trillions of dollars. And where is the Middle East today? War in Syria, war in Lebanon, war in Palestine, unrest in Iraq, war in Yemen, chaos in Sudan, chaos in Somalia, chaos in Libya. Great job, Bibi. You did a terrific job.
I believe it's the moment for all of us today to think about what's on the broader picture. How can we have a peaceful Middle East? How can we have a Palestinian state next to Israeli state living side by each other peacefully? And that's what we are aiming for.
Sheikh Mohammed Abdul Rahman Al Thani also praised President Trump and his special envoy, Steve Witkoff, for getting the deal over the line.
We believe President Trump can create a greater impact for the region, and Steve Witkoff, the special envoy to the Middle East, has demonstrated a leadership in these negotiations, and we see the way he fought for a deal to happen. And I believe if this will continue to be the attitude and the approach for the next 4 years, we can create a lot of good things for the region.
Qatar has been at the centre of negotiations since the Hamas-led attack on Israel on October the 7th, 2023. Despite its success in mediating a brief ceasefire and hostage exchange in November of that year, its hosting of Hamas's political office has received criticism from some quarters.
It didn't stop us, it didn't hinder our effort. It made us more committed to achieve our objective and our goal to bring the ceasefire and to bring peace to Gaza and to bring the hostages back to their families. We feel for both the same way. All of them, they are a human being.
Despite commitment from the negotiators, this is a fragile deal between two sworn enemies, and the chance of it collapsing remains high. Yalda Hakim, Sky News in Doha.